I think we did it. I think we are live.
9 minutes late.
Yeah, give us a second to verify we were having technical difficulties in the year of our Savior.
Does have one. Yeah, I see you live. We're
Excellent. Good. In that case, can you hear everybody? Mute your mic and then see if you can hear me and stuff. Yeah, we just got to run.
Autumn.
Yep,
Frank,
okay.
Everybody.
In that case, welcome back. The year is 2025. This is the To Be Fair Football Podcast. And you know what? We'll just get right into it.
Did it!
Every Monday at 10 p.m.-ish. If everything goes well, then we will be here at 10 p.m. today. Like I said, we are having some technical difficulties. First difference.
The problem is we're all, minus Nick, reaching UNC status here. So
yeah.
Technology is becoming harder
the mortal enemy.
To navigate.
As always, I am Jonathan. Below me is Nick. To the left of him is Chris. We're a little out of order because the screen is out of order because today we are doing a mock draft. Now we know you've probably already drafted, but in case you have a real late draft in this dreadful bye week before football starts, we are here to offer our wisdom.
I think there's a lot of September 1st Labor Day drafts.
I feel normal people try to wait. I'm always trying to get it out of the way early because I'm desperate for football. Nick, will you click the down arrow on that thing on the draft board? Yeah. So here it is. Nick will be drafting in the first position. I will be drafting out of the 7th, and I don't know why I went out of order, but Chris will be drafting in the 5th. In between there, the computers will be making auto picks. We're only going to do 12 rounds. This is a PPR snake draft. No kicker, no defense, just extra skill positions. So we're going to make our picks, let you know what we think, inevitably going to roast Chris for taking Devontae Smith too high, and we'll go about our day. So
hey, I just want to point out, somebody here took Devontae Smith in our league, and it was not me.
If you could go back and watch two things, I would recommend you watching us roasting him for taking Devontae Smith, and now Nick took him, and then I would recommend you going back and look at them roasting Russell Wilson and see how great of a quarterback he turned out to be last year. So there's that.
he did the math, and him and Justin Fields were the same.
He was fantastic. We're going to get right into it. Nick, like I said, has picked 1-1. So I'm going to hand it off to him. Here we go.
Well, can you start the draft?
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was still...
I'm on the clock. I'm going to take my 59 minutes to pick. This is a hard decision. If you're not going to take Jamar, you're stupid. Take Jamar.
I'm pretty sure.
Theoretically, if you did not take Jamar, like, obviously we are homers. Okay, we're all Cincinnati Bengals fans. Who is the next logical choice?
The computer.
At the 101.
The computer says Saquon, apparently.
I would say Bijan. I think Bijan is definitely...
I think it's between those two.
This year's RB1.
Which somehow managed to fall to me at the 105. So this is a no-brainer. I would take Bijan. Frankly, the first-round picks here are probably going to be little discussion. It's not hard to use your brain and see all the incredible players here. It's just roster configuration.
Yeah, let's see. So Barkley, Gibbs, and man, I'm going blind. Who is that third? Oh, Bijan. Yeah, duh. We just talked about that. And then we got Jamar, Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson went before me. Yeah.
Yeah, and Amon-Ra. Okay, so I mean, I am not taking Christian McCaffrey ever again because I don't trust him. And I don't know what y'all are smoking with this Derrick Henry going in the first round business, but I don't. He might he might be first round talent, but I think he's getting there to where it's like questionable at least.
Derrick Henry. Okay, we'll address the Christian McCaffrey thing later when he gets drafted, whenever that is. Derrick Henry, in my opinion, if he is what he is last year, it's a great pick. The problem is Derrick Henry is 31.
Elderly.
32 years old. Like, dude, that dude is old. And that dude takes punishment. I mean, he gives punishment, but he takes punishment because he's not like a shifty guy. He
can't bend his legs. Have you seen the way he runs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He runs with straight legs.
Looks like the Predator out there.
But if he does what he did last year, if he hasn't lost anything, it's a great pick. It's just that's kind of risky. I didn't like taking him in our league, but it was a smart choice.
I think my clear decision here is the only wide receiver left that's supposed to go in this round, even though his quarterback is a sack of potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and take CeeDee Lamb. He's going to get the targets regardless, so, man, they're flying off the board.
Wow. Okay, so read off what just happened.
All right, so after CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors went right after that, and then Derrick Henry in the 9 spot. Team 10 took Puka Nacua and then Christian McCaffrey on the turn. See, second round, which is kind of surprising. I thought they would take Christian McCaffrey before Puka Nacua, but I'm kind of a Puka Nacua hater, I think, because he ruined freaking Cooper Kupp. Then it took Nico and then Devon Achane, who is hurt. So back to me.
You're saying he's gonna play week 1 though.
That'd be nice because I have him in one league.
The only concern about this injury is this is the injury that Christian McCaffrey had last year with the calf. So,
yeah, but could be different because he is younger. He is young.
Could be young.
Yeah, and Christian McCaffrey kept.
It could be not as severe.
Christian McCaffrey kept pushing it too, so you didn't really have time to.
So who knows?
All right.
Find out.
Let's see what my options are. Okay, so let's look at Las Vegas as a team. They just picked up Amari Cooper. They've got freaking Brock Bowers.
And they just released Jacoby Myers.
I typically don't like
That's
going.
not true.
Go ahead.
He requested a trade. I don't think they dropped him.
Yeah, say near trades. He requested a trade.
I typically don't like going through the first and second round with either both wide receivers or both running backs because I feel like it typically screws me unless someone really good is left on the board. I know everybody has their kind of own draft strategy. That being said, my best wide receiver option is Thomas in Jacksonville, and I don't love him enough or think he's going to be as good as they're
past the age of 25. You're
predicting.
Not getting drafted by Johnny.
I'm going well. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Genty here, which will go against a lot of what I would normally do. But I just think Las Vegas, like Brock Bowers, is not going to be able to maintain that amount of targets per game. So they're gonna have to do something with other players, and they just don't have other good players. So that's why I'm taking him.
Enough.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out.
Brian Thomas went right after Genty.
Immediately.
Yeah.
But
did.
look at that. Team 6, stacking wide receivers.
I'm a changed man. In like 4 years ago, I was just give me all the RB1s I can possibly
Bad
have.
drafter.
You say that. You say that. However, I have a good amount of at least podium finishes in here.
Okay, yeah, but
You want to know who has the most trades mid-year? You.
yeah, I was gonna say you shop your
'cause I
team.
have a lot of running backs.
You shop your team, so it's
not, so that you're not a great drafter, but you
yeah,
manage well.
you manage well. But the draft, you always come out and 3 weeks in, you're like, this ain't gonna get it done. So I got to make some trades, which is fine. at least you do it. We know some people, my dad, that drafts people for trade bait in the first round and then doesn't trade anybody.
Yeah, what is that?
Bless his
Let's
heart.
make a side, just quick side conversation. Don't be that person that is so, one, either confident in your team that you're not going to trade, or two, so scared that you're going to get screwed in a trade that you then never trade.
Yeah, I
It
will.
makes across the league not fun. It
I
makes
will
it not
say-
fun for you because you're stuck, and it makes it not fun for others because then they can't do anything.
The likelihood of me trading anybody before week 1 is 0%.
Very low.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, sure.
unless you send me something that I would be too dumb. I would be dumb to not take.
Yeah.
But like, I need to see what my guys are gonna do. Unless it's like a bench
Well-
trade, a bench for bench, something like that.
Yes.
But like, I'm not trading.
I think in
My-
years past I've done that where I like there was a guy that like I have this really high, like I think he can like have a breakout, but he was drafted in like the 14th round. Like whatever, you make a trade there, who cares? But
Yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna trade one of your starters. That seems stupid.
And the people that are sending me trade requests for my second round pick before the season even starts, like, and you're lowballing me. So like, what is the plan there? I don't. Doesn't make any sense. Chris, you're back on the clock.
Yeah. All that to say, I'm a change man. I used to take all these running backs. Now, to piggyback off of Johnny's point, I love grabbing like a big name running back in the first like round or two, just so you have like some stability at the position, and then just loading wide receivers, because you just, in a PPR league specifically, those receptions, like, it is insane what they offer. So to
Yep.
that point, Nick was hovering over him. The pick here for me is Drake London. Michael Penix last year
Congo.
was like
Josh Jacobs.
mega
Whoa.
targeting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stream. They hit
Yeah.
the second Bowers.
Oh
I'm
man.
taking Brock
I mean,
Bowers. If he's there,
yeah, you got to take him.
Yeah, almost
man.
the third round. That's
Wow.
crazy.
We did 2 drafts this year that were fresh, and Brock Bowers didn't make it out of the first round in either draft. So,
Granted,
Here's-
I mean, that's a major positional advantage, but that's a really good value at that where you got him.
here's where you can't go wrong. I think at the 2-3 turn, you're staring down the barrel of Josh Allen, who is probably the quarterback 1 of the year. Bucky Irving, Jonathan, both RB1s. There's not a
And-
wrong choice.
I will say with Jonathan Taylor, I think Anthony Richardson getting benched makes him even better.
Yep.
Crazy enough, because that's just that many. Like Daniel Jones can run too. It's not like he's a immobile quarterback, but Anthony Richardson was like vulturing goal line work, and I don't think Daniel Jones does it the same way.
mm-mm.
With all that being said, I am locking up my RB1,
In the 3rd round, that's crazy.
and I am taking Jonathan Taylor.
It's a pretty good pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I'm surprised Ladd fell to 3-2. That's
Yeah.
he also. I don't think he made it out of the first or second round, maybe in all of our drafts. So Josh Allen. So we got 2 quarterbacks off the board already.
So you had Ladd McConkey go, then Josh Allen, then Bucky after Jonathan Taylor. I just went on a spiel about how I would want receivers. The problem with that, where I am currently, is
Receivers aren't that great.
you're in a position where you see Tyreek Hill. There's a lot of question marks. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a breakout year last year. You had a quarterback change. They also have a coordinator change. Who knows what that looks like? T. Higgins is great. I love T. Higgins. Don't get me wrong, Bengals guy, but he's not the number 1.
Mm-mm.
And then Garrett Wilson with Zach, or not Zach, but
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Yeah, that's what's yucky. So all that to say, I'm gonna take, again, Nick hovered over him. It's
I know you.
Chase Brown here. It's because elite. That dude was on pace in the back half of that year, last year, for an ungodly amount of work. The dude was on pace for like 300 plus, like, assuming it was a 17 game season from like the halfway point on when he was the starter, he would have like averaged enough to have like 300 plus carries in the season. And it was like, I don't remember exactly how many it was, but I think it was like 60 or 70 receptions. Like, it was stupid. Like, the amount of, he was like the RB3 from like week 9 on or something like that. So I think as bad as the Bengals defense is, even though we did it, we
Yes,
signed all
Got
the big,
Trey.
we signed all the people. We did it.
that people said
not
we
a
couldn't
poverty
sign.
franchise.
We're not cheap.
Yeah, suck it.
Oh, yeah, feels good. Feels good. He took Chase Brown. The only really thing you got to worry about Chase Brown is if
Wow.
he might get hurt. But we picked up Samaje Perine, who I'm 99.9% sure is going to come in every third down. So that'll give him a little bit of a rest.
I don't even know if he will, to be honest. I think for how good Chase Brown was, I think Samaje's role will just be like genuinely just breaks. Chase Brown was that good as a 3-down back last year.
I think it depends how good Samaje Perine still is. If he's serviceable enough and shown them that he's good in camp. I mean, they were using him as a 3-down back in preseason. That doesn't really mean much. But
Yeah.
or as the 3rd down back, not a 3-down back, but we'll see. All right, so Chase Brown went, then Tyreek Hill right after that. Oh, boy. Okay, so this is where I always start to stress out the most, rounds like 3 to 7, 6-ish, because you're worried if you pass on a guy now, will he make it back to you on the turn?
There's that, and I also feel like the 3 to 6 range is where, like, when you make the right pick, like, you hit the lottery in getting a guy in the 3rd through 7th round that could have been, like, potentially 1st or 2nd round talent.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. You could take Garrett Wilson here, theoretically, with Justin Fields, and he finishes, like, the wide receiver 40, and you just, like, hate your life. There's a lot of, like, scary. I feel like this is, like, where people make or break their drafts a lot.
I don't love Smith and Jigba just because, I mean, I think Tyler Lockett, as much as it pains me, was obviously declining. Cooper Kupp is on the downslope, but he's not Tyler Lockett. I still think he's going to draw some targets. Again, T. Higgins and then Garrett Wilson. I don't trust Justin Fields at all. I think it's too early to take a quarterback for me still. Just as there's a couple left that I think I would prefer, and then if it gets past those, then I'm definitely waiting. One could go McBride, but kind of the same situation. If you let him go, then it's like there's maybe a couple more that are worth. Yeah. The problem is, if I wish I had a pointer, I could circle him. Kyron Williams is still available on the board, so it's like,
Yeah.
I know that Kyron Williams ain't making it out of this round.
No. And frankly, that kind of pairs really well with Ashton Jenney in the sense that you have, like, a very risky question mark in a rookie and a guy in Kyron Williams who the Rams just signed to another 3 years.
Yeah.
As, like, the obvious starter on a good offense with Sean McVay. Like, you at least have stability in the position if Genty isn't good. And if he is good, then you're awesome. You have a bunch of really good players.
I think I gotta go Kyron. It would be stupid for me to pass up on him. And look, there's one of the quarterbacks, and then Trey McBride.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make it out of there.
All right, so Jaden Daniels, which was one of the good quarterbacks for fantasy-wise left. Trey McBride did not make it out of the round. I'm a little surprised that it was T. Higgins. I know that's where he was supposed to go, but Jackson Smith and Jigba.
The variation on T. Higgins every year is insane.
It's
3 years ago, T. Higgins was drafted right where he is right now, and we took him, and it felt like a horrible pick.
Yeah.
And then T. Higgins the year after fell to like the 6th or 7th round, and then people took him, and he was like, "Man, this was a great pick. Like, I'm getting really good value." The problem is, he misses 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games a year. And when he
So-
misses those 4 games a year, sorry, Jamar Chase owners, you're not going to get 40 points a game. T. Higgins draws a lot of the coverage. So, all right, then James Cook, which, how the mighty have fallen. These 2 running backs went in the first and second last year. I don't know about James Cook. Breece Hall definitely did.
Yeah, I don't get it, dude.
But James,
I'm a Breece Hall defender. I think that dude's a freak, and I just think the Jets are idiots.
yeah, it was weird because like Breece and Bijan were like the 2 that people were like, well, if I don't get one, I can get the other. But obviously that didn't pan out. I mean, Breece was fine last year, but like Chris said, the Jets are atrocious. So that leaves it back to me. I am not taking a 3rd running back here. I either got to secure another receiver, which is probably the smart thing to do, or I can take a fantasy quarterback. Yeah. See what I like. The problem is, I got this love relationship with these receivers that are a little bit up in age, so I can wait and get one of those guys, oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to take a quarterback here, and it ain't going to be the one for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, shocker. Saw that one coming.
Dude, look at Team 6. Team 6 only wants wide receivers.
Yeah, Team 6. We had a guy
Does
draft.
not care.
We had a draft yesterday. We had a guy take 8 wide receivers, and he didn't even pick.
None of them were like that. Good.
Yeah, they were all mid. He forgot to. We have a defense in that league. He forgot to pick up a defense. He took so many wide receivers.
Smart.
But I took Joe Burrow.
So,
He's going to throw for
and then Garrett Wilson went.
a bunch. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, not surprising.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take him. Chris is
I'll
up.
say, this made my life easy because I didn't want to take Garrett Wilson, but it would have been hard to pass because
You're supposed to.
he's been like the crazy thing is like go back and look at his quarterbacks, like Zach Wilson, horrible.
Oh, breaking
Sam-
news. Vikings and Panthers have tried to work out a trade for Carolina wide receiver Adam Thielen, who would like to
I
return,
saw it wasn't going to happen.
but they are struggling to agree on compensation. Boy, let me tell
I
you,
saw that.
Adam Thielen's a goat. Okay, proceed.
Say, Adam, stand your ground, get paid,
Yeah, get the bag.
get paid till you can claim pension at this point. You're
Yeah.
so old, you're gotta be close.
Dude.
Anyway, I don't know what I was saying.
Oh,
Garrett
you're right.
Wilson.
Yeah.
He is great. I love him. I think he's a freak. I literally told Nick the other day, I think you put Garrett Wilson like on the Bengals, and I think he's a top 5 receiver in the first round like every year. Like he's a freak talent. I just don't want the quarterback. So
Or
him
like
being gone
the
makes my life
Bills.
really easy.
Who are you taking? Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
You get one on the Bengals. You get one on the Bengals.
On
and
the
other one has to
Bengals?
leave. Yeah. Alongside
I'm assuming
Jamar.
Alongside Jamar.
T. Higgins.
Oof. I'll say the hard part is I feel like as a team structure, T. Higgins makes sense because it's a big body. I feel like Garrett and Jamar are like
Too
really
close,
similar.
yeah. T. Higgins,
God,
you
okay.
love Jamar, and he's gonna make contested catches, but he is not high pointing the ball like T. Higgins.
I'm telling you,
So then
go
let's
watch
say-
T.
let's
Higgins
say
make
you're
a
building
catch
a
and then
team.
watch him vice grip that thing coming down to the ground. He doesn't ever like tuck
Okay.
it.
Then, but who are you picking on a brand new team? If you're making a team, you get
Garrett
picked
Wilson.
one. That's crazy. I'm taking T. Higgins.
I still think I'm sticking with T. Higgins. I don't.
I'm biased. Who cares?
The down there's. They're both good route runners. T. Higgins is gonna probably have better contested catches, and he's gonna be able to do more like end zone fades or something. But Garrett Wilson, you throw him around like Jamar plays, then yeah, he's gonna
I'll
be
say,
good.
I think that's Garrett Wilson is the like wide receiver archetype to be the CeeDee Lamb, the Jamar Chase, like can play anywhere on the field, can get open anytime, can make the like that's just what you want. So
But his
that's why I say
quarterbacks
Garrett Wilson.
are not good.
No. All I have to say, this made my life very easy. I'll take the guy who just got the bag. I'll take Scary
Ooh.
Terry now that he is locked down. And he was awesome last year, by the way, with James Daniels. And I don't see that really stopping for any reason. So,
He skipped over Mike Evans and Marv to take him, and what do you know? Alvin Kamara,
No.
Mike, and Marv went right after that. So
Well,
Dude. Wow, what a fall.
I was gonna say, Jalen Hurts fell into my lap.
yeah, I mean you got to take
The
him.
story of your life here at the first spot, right?
Yeah.
The only downfall of taking them is, do you take the two onesie positions? Do you take a tight end and a quarterback?
Absolutely, yeah. That's because think about this. Pretty much, as long as you don't draft horribly, like if you stay around ADP, every team in a 10-man is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah,
The things that stick out are your quarterback and your tight end. Mainly your tight end, because nobody has a good tight end in 10-man. Your quarterback can be good, can be bad, but like tight end and quarterback are really skyrocket your team in a 10-man. So I'm taking Jalen Hurts because he fell. That's a super easy decision. Now here's where you get
yucky.
a little bit, because I already have Brock Bowers. I'm not gonna double up in a George Kittle. But
You're very color coordinated with one of each right now.
I am looking at two people right here. Depending on how you feel, Amarian Hampton is a shot in the dark. That Chargers offense is going to be good. It's going to
Yeah.
be playable. I think you're drafting him this high, hoping that he's going to be like an Austin Eckler.
I think this is the year that this is gonna be my first super hot take for the podcast. I think this is the year that the Chargers join the Bills and the Bengals as the AFC big dogs, and the Chiefs fall out of contention. There it is.
Thing. We say that every year.
Did I not tell you this year, Nick, that I said the Chargers win the division?
Yeah, you did. You said it last year too, though.
I said
Look,
that.
we're on the same page. Like,
Okay.
Harbaugh made way more of a change with the worst roster than I would have thought he was able to. So now I'm a believer. And they got Keenan Allen back, which, say what you want, but if he's the wide receiver 2 there, that's a pretty good wide receiver 2. Unless he's washed. I don't think he's washed yet, but we'll see.
He was good last year. He still had like over 100 targets. He still was a top 24 or something. Like, he was a decent playable fantasy option.
Yeah.
All that being said, Devontae Adams is the other one I'm looking at. I still think he's got some juice left in the legs. Matt Stafford is good. I mean, last year on the Jets, Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams were both pretty playable most weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Absolutely.
Puka is going to be that big of a detriment to him. But you have to look later in the draft to where you're going to be. I like later in the draft where the wide receivers I can get. So I'm going to take Amarian Hampton. I'm going to take the shot on him. Take the running back, lock up my RB2. I think he balled out in preseason, so I think he's pretty safe.
All right. Right after Nick's
Yeah.
pick, they took George Kittle and then Hubbard and then Ken Walker, who, Lord,
Yeah.
you're hoping he stays healthy.
Yeah. One more thing on Amarian Hampton, just to throw it out there. If you're on the fence, one more thing to consider is Jim Harbaugh, over his tenure as a coach in general, has been very outspoken about his desire to
Love.
want to be a run-first offense. And so they have a good offensive line. They went out and signed or drafted Amarian Hampton early. Like, all signs point to this working out. Like, I know Najee's there, but like, I think Najee is a spell back. Doesn't phase me. I'm not concerned. I think Hampton's gonna be awesome. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to say. Okay, my pick.
Yucky.
This is the position where. Oh man, see, you have a lot of receivers available. The problem is when you get back up to Nick's point, there's some good ones, and then there's. I don't know. This is tough. There's just not a lot of running backs right now that I would look at. Like James Conner is a classic. He's going to be good. Again, he's going to miss about 4 games, but he feels gross every time you take him. Every time. It never feels
well,
good.
unless it's about 2 or 3 rounds later than it is right now, but he ain't gonna make it that far.
The problem is I don't really want to take him there. I could take Laporta. Frankly, he's kind of like, in my opinion, one of the last
Top tier.
tight ends I'd really want to consider before basically punting the position altogether. For the sake of doing it, I haven't really taken Sam Laporta anywhere this year. Let's just try it and then just see how the configuration works.
Oh my gosh.
Team 6
Team
is
6
just
took
locked.
another wide receiver.
That's crazy.
You
That
can't
is
even play them all, can you?
no.
I think in sleeper it's 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So one of those guys, like DJ Moore's, and theoretically on the bench.
All right, I gotta. I don't like taking back-to-back same position, first and second. I went out of the ordinary and took a quarterback instead of another wide receiver. I typically would have taken a wide receiver, but I didn't want to miss out on the good quarterback pool. So I have to take a wide receiver here pretty much. I will not touch DK Metcalf because I don't trust Aaron Rodgers at Pittsburgh. I think they're going to be exactly what you think they're going to be, 9-8.
The only counter argument I have to that is I don't like. There's just nobody else. Like, yes, the Jets' offense last year with Rodgers wasn't very good as a whole, but Garrett Wilson was number 10 wide receiver, and Devontae Adams was like 16, I think, or something like that. So you had like elite production for fantasy as a wide receiver, and like, I just don't see a world where DK doesn't just get.
I mean, they picked up Jonnu Smith, and if Jonnu Smith is anything like he was in Miami, then
but like that's not.
Wide receiver position, they got nobody else. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like taking DK, but at the same time, I don't see how his floor isn't a top 24 wide receiver, and like. Frankly, probably closer to like 16, 17, in my opinion. I just don't see. He's going to have so many targets.
I'm going to pass on him here, but I don't think he makes that out of the round. I'm going to go with the safe veteran. Matthew Stafford has been known for just hucking that ball, and Devontae Adams has been known for going up and getting it. So he's my wide receiver too. I can sleep peacefully with that. There goes James Conner, and then DK Metcalf. Cortland Sutton, Rashee Rice on the turn, Devonta Smith, George Pickens. A lot of wide receivers just disappeared. All righty. Back to me. Okay.
And Team 10's kind of going heavy on the running back too, or the wide receiver too. They drafted McCaffrey, and that's it.
Yeah, so this is where in all my drafts, I start to try to balance out my wide receiver running back, just because typically in the past I've been screwed on having not enough running back depth. The wide receivers, I just took one, plus the ones that are set to go next, I don't want. The tight end position, we've hit the spot where I'm not pressed to get one right now since Laporta was taken. So we're going back to running back. I'm taking David Montgomery, hoping that the Lions keep doing what they did last year. There's no guarantee. He's my RB3 at this point, so I can risk that. He'd be, serviceable on a bye week, but that's who I'm going with.
Yes. Oh,
wow.
Thank
They
goodness.
didn't want a running back.
That's crazy.
I was so upset when you wanted David Montgomery because I really wanted this person. I have been okay. I just want to say something. There have been a couple players this year that I have gone into drafts being like, okay, if this player's available, I'm willing to reach and I'm going to take them. Travion Henderson's one of them. This dude has balled in the preseason. Ramondre has just got boogers on his fingers, and that thing slips out all
Worser
the time.
and worser.
What does that even mean?
That
Boogers?
mucus makes it all slippy.
Says
I don't know. All I'm saying is, if Travion Henderson's not the guy, he will be quickly, I think. Skill-wise, he's just so good. So I really wanted him. And, like, prime example, we just had a draft. We keep referencing it. I was like, I'm going to take him if he's, like, available around early. And guess what happened? He went 2 rounds early. So, like, everybody's on the same boat. So I was glad he came to me. That makes my life really easy. I want to Travion Henderson.
All right. Zay Flowers went right
Wow.
after that. And then Isaiah Pacheco, which I don't like at all. And then RJ Harvey. Nick, what are you going to do? You've got
All right.
one wide receiver right now.
Yeah, here's what I was gonna say. This, in looking, you have to look ahead in your rounds. This,
Especially when you're in your position at the 1 or the 10.
yep.
You have like in your
Is-
case, you have 20 picks before your next.
If you, as I say, if you need to reach. These are the spots where it's not that crazy. I understand. I have one wide receiver right now. It's Jamar Chase. He's gonna get me a lot of points. So I feel safe in drafting a guy with a lot of upside, who is a wide receiver 1. I'm not gonna attempt to say his first name.
Tetaroa,
give me-
maybe I think.
Yeah.
Tetaroa McMillan from
Teteria.
Carolina. They drafted him, I think it was like 3rd overall. He's a crazy talent. He's gonna get work immediately, especially now if Adam Thielen's gonna be gone. He's gonna be working against who's that other white guy? How could I forget him? He's like my favorite player ever.
Poker.
What's his name? Huh?
What are
No,
you talking about?
no. He used to play for the Raiders.
Oh, Hunter
He's the
Renfro.
white guy who did- Yeah, Hunter Renfro. That dude's the GOAT. Okay. So, back to it. You could take Xavier Worthy here and lock up your wide receivers, but I think he's yucky. I think looking at this is your last round of, playable running backs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take DeAndre Swift
Oh,
because I think is a good flex spot. Looking at the rest, I think they're yucky, and I wouldn't trust him. I'm taking Swift over Aaron Jones because I don't think Aaron Jones is going to keep that spot by the end of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk that it's a 50-50 split right now between him and Jordan Mason already. And then the only other person on the board I saw was Joe Mixon, and they just had news that he's gonna miss at least the first 4 weeks on the
Yep.
pup. So apparently this injury is worse than they thought, or worse than they wanted to admit.
yeah.
So who knows? But okay, I'm back on the clock. Aaron Jones,
yeah.
Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce went. I'm fairly even. I mean, I've got 3 running backs, 2 receivers, and a tight end.
Hold on.
Take Baker here.
Disclaimer for our listeners: he is notorious for waiting to get a quarterback till about I don't know, round 10. So it would be shocking to see if he takes one.
Falls 3 rounds. He's taking Jared Goff
Yeah.
every year.
Serviceable. The problem
Yeah.
is I've had like Jalen Hurts a couple of years because he fell. I'm trying to think of who I've had in general. I don't know that I've ever had Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or I've had Patrick Mahomes. He fell last year. I drafted Mahomes. He fell really far. But in my opinion, and this is just preference, I mean, everybody's different. Obviously, like Nick was saying earlier, you have a major positional advantage when you get one of those elite level quarterbacks. But for me, I like stacking up on the wide receivers, running backs, because injuries at that position, if you don't have depth, kills your year. Like, it's over. You don't even have the ability to trade anymore.
Listen,
So I like the option of having a bunch of variables that I can at least I'm weak here, I can trade. Jared Goff, as mediocre as he is for fantasy, 18 points consistently will get the job done.
Yeah, I agree. Coming from the guy that had Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, and Garendo hurt last year, then Jonathan Taylor and freaking Kenneth Walker. So I was out of running backs. So take another good running back.
It happens. There's just sometimes dominoes fall in the way where you get riddled with injuries. But all that to say, I'm sticking to my normal ways, not taking a quarterback.
He's a wide receiver.
Yeah, I'll go wide receiver, keep my balance here. In all honesty, there's really only one guy I'd want. I don't want Travis Hunter. Jalen Waddle feels real yucky here. Jameson Williams was really good last year. I don't see a world where he doesn't continue to get better. All the camp reports is that he has been insane. He's getting better. He looks faster. His hands are better. His route running's better. I mean, so I think you had a couple weird stints in the early on. He had the injury. Then he had the gambling problem. Then he couldn't get on the field. And he figured it all out.
Yeah.
All the coaches are saying he's awesome.
For now.
I'll take Jameson Williams as my wide
They
receiver.
still didn't take a running back.
That's crazy. So Team 6 doesn't want a running back. They took Hawkinson. I'm going to take a risk on the old injured man and take Joe Mixon here because I don't like any of the immediate wide receivers. I will gladly wait for the turn. Joe Mixon, worst case scenario, does nothing for me. Best case scenario, he comes out and is like he was last year. So I can afford to hold him at a, RB4 slot. So we'll take him.
It is also worth mentioning, know your league settings for the draft. Because, like Joe Mixon, for instance, we just said is going to miss the first 4 weeks. Worst case scenario, you draft Joe Mixon. Ideally, you want to be able to put him on your IR. So that's at least something to consider. You can have players that you can draft, put them there. I don't know. If that's the case, usually you take them a little bit later, but whatever. I mean, to his point, sometimes you just get to a point in the draft where you're like, everything feels gross. So.
Yeah. All right. So after that, Tony Pollard, Baker Mayfield, Calvin Ridley, Mark Andrews, Travis Hunter, and Jacoby Myers all went. I'm looking at the tight ends. We're definitely at the spot where it's not happening. I'm waiting. I've waited too long. I will gladly wait for somebody to be available for me in a couple rounds. Looking at the wide receivers, I would rather get a colonoscopy than take Jalen Waddle. So.
Oh.
We'll take it.
Yeah, he feels real gross. The only saving grace I think for Jalen Waddle this year is the antics Tyreek had last year. There was a lot of there was a lot of distrust apparently.
Antonio Brownisms.
Yeah. So I don't know if it matters, but that's the only argument I can make for Waddle being better this year.
Yeah, I'm looking here. I'm staying away from Olave. I've been staying away from Olave since he got in the league. I'm an Olave hater. I'm never going to take him. I'm staying away from the Bears because Williams is not good. Deebo Samuel apparently has gotten fat, so his routes are looking a little rough. I'm taking the man that even made my season a contention last year, started putting up 30, 40 points a week. And with Joe Flacco starting, he very may well put up 40 points week 1 because they're playing the Bengals. So I'm taking Jerry Jeudy. Going to reach a tad, not a ton, but we'll take him.
Oh, he did it. And he took a running back that's not even signed.
That's crazy.
Took a running back that's not even signed. Okay. I will take a quarterback here.
Oh.
Here's why.
That makes sense.
Something to consider when you're drafting is looking at the other teams who they've drafted and what they need. So in this case, we're only going 12 rounds. Really, more than likely, not going to be a lot of 2 quarterbacks taken. If there are, it's going to be few and far between. So I'm looking. There is 1, 2, 3 teams that haven't taken a quarterback, including myself. One of which is directly after me and gets 2 picks. There's a good possibility they take a quarterback, and I think there's a quarterback left and then a tier break. Bo Nix being available was really good last year. He rushes. Cortland Sutton was awesome. Marvin Mims kind of had a breakout. They just went out and signed Evan Ingram to a deal. I think that's a better tight end than what they've had the last couple of years. So I don't know how Bo Nix isn't still really good. So I'll take the last of that tier before I completely punt and have to go with somebody that I really don't want.
Yep.
And it worked out because they took a quarterback right after me.
Took a quarterback right after Waddle and Olave finally went off the board, and we were back to Nick.
Here's the problem. This is a rough spot. I don't trust Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be good.
No.
I think Deebo may be serviceable, but I really like Jordan
Dude.
Addison.
Say what you want. I think I'm really high on Tebow.
I
Only because of the scheme he's in. They went out and signed him. That was an intentional choice by the Commanders. You have the offensive coordinator there. I don't remember his name. He was the head coach for the Cardinals for like a couple of years.
Cliff Kingsbury?
Yes. Cliff Kingsbury. His offense is notorious for behind the line passes, which is Deebo's specialty. And all the camp reports now, initially it was that Deebo's fat. Now they're saying that like Deebo's the most impressive player out there.
Well, realistically, he could be their RB1.
He very well could be. Ultimately, all I'm saying is, I've secretly been like taking Deebo in places where like in a lot of leagues because he's really late and he's on a really good offense, and I don't know why I wouldn't want to take him.
Nick ain't taking him.
Science,
Bigger.
He's too fat for me.
Nick is about to reach on a receiver right here.
Jordan Addison, and at the turn,
He's gonna reach again.
Stephon Diggs. I'm
Dang.
taking the chance.
You're
Lock it
really
up.
hoping he gets healthy. All right, Caleb Johnson,
We're set.
Deebo, and Rome off the board. A lot of wide receivers again on that turn. A lot of wide receivers are going on the
Yeah.
ends.
There are a lot. Okay, so for structure of the team, we only have a couple rounds left. I really don't feel obligated to take a backup tight end, especially with Sam Laporta. That seems silly. So there's three of them in the first 4 picks, but I don't care. This is. See, I'm not. Christian McCaffrey. You may get a steal if McCaffrey gets hurt, but you don't play fantasy football drafting on the premise that people get hurt, because then you will miss out on a lot of players. It doesn't work that way.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think you take him this early, though.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm
he's one. If you have McCaffrey, you take him as a handcuff. If you don't, I think if he falls around and there's like not that many people, I think you take him, because then it is a free RB1 because everybody can succeed for the 49ers offense. So I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think you take him now.
No, I'm with you. There's 2 players, basically, I've narrowed it down to. One, well, I'll just say it. Cooper Kupp is one. Could be in a better situation.
Yep.
In Seattle this year, last year they just would not throw him the ball. This is one of those classic situations where, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did they not throw him the ball because he's washed? Or
Is he washed
Does
because
he
they didn't throw him the ball?
no, like, does he look washed because they wouldn't give him opportunity to look good? It's like a weird, like, you don't really know what the truth is. Or this other guy that I've been saying I wanted to reach on everywhere, and everybody else does the same thing, and I never get him. is
Egbuka.
Emeka Egbuka. Yeah. He apparently also has been tearing up camp. You have Chris Godwin out. Jalen McMillan just went on IR because he got bonked on his neck when he did a backflip and got his legs taken out from him. So He's going to be the wide receiver 2 to start the year on an incredible offense. And frankly, Mike Evans, I don't think he'll be bad, but like,
Don't you disrespect him.
At the age he's at, it's coming at some point. So like, if it's this year, you could get Emeka Egbuka as a wide receiver 1 in the 10th round theoretically. So those are my 2. Because I have him nowhere, I'm taking Egbuka.
All right, Brian Robinson went right after that. No question, I'm taking Cooper Kupp.
I knew that was coming as soon as I passed.
Yeah. Okay, Evan Ingram, another tight end gone. Tracy.
Whatever.
Oh, oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. We took him out of the position, but interesting. Yeah,
Still wanted him.
Kyler Murray.
That's how badly they wanted the defense.
Yeah. And then Ricky Pearsall. Yeah. All right, it's back to me. It is the time. The next.
Also, if I just want to point out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quickly, Ricky Pearsall very well may be a steal. Also, you're in the 11th round, 10th round.
10th.
Yep.
And their wide receiver 1s, just to list their wide receivers: Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, who 1 does have a calf injury also. Not like missed all of training camp, and 2 has been holding out since before the calf injury. And then they just went out because they're so barren at wide receiver. They went out and signed Guy Moore. So
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall may be a steal here too.
I'm not taking any of the wide receivers that are available right now. I don't want any of them. I think it's time for me to finally take a tight end. I'm going to reach on a tight end. Yeah.
What?
There's 2 good ones
What?
right there.
I don't
There's
want
one clear answer.
I don't want David Njoku.
Why?
I just
He does have Jerry Jeudy.
yeah,
Okay, Joe Flacco, again, was giving that man. I think he led in targets.
I do yeah,
In the last, 6 weeks, he had, 40 targets.
the problem with the Joe
That's
Flacco
incredible
situation
for a tight
is I don't think he is the starter the entire year because the Browns
Yeah,
won't
that's
be
true.
good. So they're going to start
They did ship off
Well,
Kenny
a rookie,
Pickett.
big tight end.
Yeah, but Kyle Pitts is available.
That's what you want. Rookies love tight ends. They're a big target that run. I don't know what you just said.
I said, yeah, but Kyle Pitts is available.
Let's take him my 1-1.
Tyler Warren also had been tearing up camp apparently. And I
Oh.
think again, Daniel Jones is better for a tight end probably than Anthony Richardson. So
Yeah, the running back situation's not good. Oh gosh. I'm doing it against my better judgment. I'm taking Kyle Pitts.
Ew.
I think we went. Well, it doesn't matter. I think something happened with the draft where we, instead of taking the defense out, we added a defense. Because if I click on my team, it says I can have 2 of them.
Oh,
But I'm gonna pretend that doesn't exist and just draft skill position players.
that's what happens
Okay.
when you have the guy that does the least mock drafts create a mock draft room.
It happens.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Well, the player I wanted was Jalen Warren because Caleb Johnson went a full round before, basically, and Jalen Warren's the projected starter. Mike Tomlin's come out and said that it's going to be like a ease-in, overtime type of thing. Jalen Warren's been pretty good when he's gotten work, so that would have been my pick. But now that he's gone, yeah, I mean, the running backs here are pretty yucky. Except I will take a running back still. Jordan Mason is somebody that, we mentioned it earlier, he's been like 50-50 split kind of with Aaron Jones. I think having that depth will be good. So.
3 wide receivers off the board right after that: Jawan Jennings, Khalil Shakir, and Chris Godwin. Nick, we're back to you.
David Njoku has fallen so far. I don't know why nobody wants him. I will gladly take him
You have Brock Bowers.
because of the amount of targets he gets. I will take him. So I'm taking David Njoku. After that, I don't feel good about a lot of these.
No.
Looking at them. Although, I'm going to reach on a running back that I don't know why he has dropped so far. Because I'm pretty sure he's a starter. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be good. Javonte Williams is going to be decent. He's going to be playable. If you're getting him in the 11th, I'm reaching on him in the 11th round.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 90% sure he's going to be the starter, and he's young enough and that he's still got some juice in his
I
legs.
mean, you saw not that
That's
he's
gonna be
bad.
good
You
off.
saw Rico Dowdle have work last year and look good. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
So-
Javante's better or worse, but like, I think in that
Give me
offense,
Javonte.
yeah, say that seems like not a bad pick at all.
I think Rico got traded.
He did. He's in Carolina
Yeah,
now.
he's
Matthew Golden went, and then Tyler Warren, and then the defense because I'm special. Next up is Chris. And
This is where it feels. This is where you start getting into the really yucky picks where
Yeah.
you start like taking shots on guys who you're looking at upside
Josh
potential. You're looking at guys. You're looking at guys.
You got the second
Ooh.
round Josh Downs. What are you talking about? Second round steal.
Jeez. I think okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll reach also because for whatever reason, another starter. Now that this person just got traded away, is somebody I'm reaching on. I'll take Austin Eckler. Again, good offense. Eckler was good last year when he got work. It just was Robin or just came in to spell him here and there. But I'll take a starter on a good team, no matter what that looks like, especially in the 11th round.
Let's take a look. I've got 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs. I'm taking a running back.
Give it. Cam.
Nah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go.
Harry Potter.
I
Harry
think.
Potter fan.
I think I'm gonna go J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Don't you Harry Potter me. Oh, 2 defenses, 3 defenses, 4
Double
defenses.
defense.
Yeah, here comes the defense because
Well-
we accidentally made the league settings wrong.
Shush.
What's the roster do?
Trust us. We know game though. We know ball.
Yeah, we
know ball.
We know ball. I'm just,
Not technology.
Okay. Then for my last pick of the draft, let's see who's available. I usually pick someone crazy for my last pick. Granted, it's usually my 16th pick, not my 12th. So I'm just kind of perusing on the wide receivers here to see who's still available. Chris tried to talk us into, Michael Pittman's still available yesterday. No, thanks. No, thanks.
Hey, all I'm saying is, on the roster, I'm not saying I would take him. Let's just be clear first and foremost. My argument was it's the 12th round, and roster construction-wise, he is listed as the wide receiver 1. That was my only thing I was saying.
Gosh, these suck. These options are terrible. All right, I'm going to take...
I won't tell you what to do, but there is a player I'm shocked you haven't just, like, gravitated towards.
running back.
I'm not saying because I want him.
I'm looking to see. Oh, gosh.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't do it.
No, I'm going to make my traditional pick. Here goes White Man Central. I hope he goes to the Vikings because he will get targets. So I'm taking Adam Thielen.
Yes, thank goodness. Because their smart choice was Keenan Allen.
I did think about it. I almost
That was the
took
smart choice. Keenan Allen, we said it before. He was really good last year on a offense that felt bad with the Bears. He was still a top 24 wide receiver. He goes back with Jared Goff, where I think 3 years ago he was the wide receiver 3.
Justin
Granted,
Herbert.
He's older, but yeah, sorry, Justin Herbert. But that offense is good. Ladd still may be like the number 1 receiver there, maybe, but I don't know how Keenan Allen isn't awesome.
Yeah.
Minus an injury.
Nick for
No,
his.
I don't know how this guy felt so far.
Jeez.
You screw up
Jameson Crowder.
What is it, 4,000?
So he's. No, I'm joking. I'm only joking, guys. Let's go up and make a play. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and take Jane Reed because he's on Green Bay and they feed their wide receivers.
Yeah, it's a good offense.
Oh, that was extremely loud in my ears.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, Christian Watson didn't even get. Did he get taken?
He's gonna miss
he's on the
a
IR.
good part of the season. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's not
They said
going
he
a
has
lot of
herpes or
leagues.
something.
Oh, I don't think that was it.
Or-
Okay, let's do this. Let's list our team, and then we can.
Look, I
see
can
who
show
we feel
you.
like has the best.
So right through here, my team first, I have Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, Omarion Hampton, Jamar Chase, Titty McMillan, Brock Bowers, DeAndre
You
Swift,
started
Jordan
smiling
Addison.
before you said it.
My bench is
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, David
I
Njoku,
can't ever call him anything other than
Monte
T.D.
Williams,
McMillan.
and Jaden Reed.
All right.
I think I definitely have the best starting lineup. Let me go to Johnny's.
Yeah, let me. All right, we got Joe Burrow,
I can show you.
Ashton Genty, Kyron Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Kyle Pitts, David Montgomery, Joe Mixon, Jerry Jeudy, Cooper Kupp, J.K. Dobbins, and Adam Thielen.
That's right. And my team, you don't like it?
No.
Yeah, okay, pal.
Even Johnny.
I think
Even
that's the worst
Johnny
out of all
should
three
say,
of
was
us.
that-
That's the
was
worst out
your-
of all three of us.
Was your shaking head because you didn't like it either, or are you just disagreeing with Nick?
It's not a team that I typically would draft. Like,
Yeah, Ashton Jenney would be a never touch.
there's a couple players on here. And if it was for my actual team, I would probably never get Ashton Genty and Kyle Pitts. The rest of them, I never get CeeDee Lamb just because he never makes it to me. I had the option this year for Saquon or CD, but okay, well, you're going to take Saquon. So, it's all right.
Okay, my team, I have Bo Nix, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Sam Laporta, Travion Henderson, Jamison Williams, Emeka Egbuka, Jordan Mason, Austin Eckler, and Keenan Allen.
Yeah, that looks like a Chris team.
That's the best team.
All righty. Let us know whose team is the best.
Tweet them out.
Yeah.
Tweet them out and vote.
It's got to be mine, so don't even worry about following up. But it has been our pleasure to return to the To Be Fair Football Podcast. Having a stroke. We won't be back next week because it's a holiday, but we will be back for week 1 to celebrate all of the news.
We're almost there.
Yeah, whenever I find... Oh, there it is. We'll be back for week 1. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you next time. Thank you, Hugh Jackman. Until next time, have a good one.